morning, class.
Good morning.
Okay, so last class we had learned about simple present, isn't it? So today we are going to learn about simple past. So what is simple past? Okay, so the simple past tense shows that you are talking about something that has already happened. Unlike the past continuous tense, which is used to talk about past events that had already happened over a period of time, the simple past tense is used to talk to indicate an action that is completed in the past, okay? That is completed in the past at a specific time mentioned. Okay, for example, okay, take myself for example, okay? I love cake. I love cake so much. And I really wanted a cake yesterday. So, I made myself a delicious chocolate cake yesterday. I made myself a delicious chocolate cake yesterday. Okay. So, based on this sentence, can you tell me which one is the verb? Which one is the verb? Okay, correct. The verb here is what? Again?
Made.
Yes, correct. The verb here is made. Okay. Now, how about the time? When did it happen? Can you tell me when did it happen?
Yesterday.
Correct. It happened
Yesterday.
Okay. It happened at a specific time in the past. Alright. Okay. Additionally, other than that, you can also use simple past to describe a series of completed actions in the past and a past state of being, okay? To describe a series of completed actions in the past, okay? And a past state of being. Alright, okay, understand?
Yes.
Okay. For instance, I made the cake. And then, I forgot. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I love cake. I love cake so much, isn't it? So I made myself a cake yesterday. So after I made the cake, I cleaned my kitchen. And I was so proud of myself. Okay, so now can you tell me the actions that I mentioned just now? Which one is the actions? Which ones are? Which one? Made. Okay, good. Okay, and then?
Clean.
Okay, clean. This one should has ED because it happened in the past. Okay, but what about was so proud? It is a state of being. Why? Because it mentioned my state of being. I was so proud of myself because I am such an independent woman. Okay. So other than that, we also used to indicate past habits. Okay. To indicate past habits. Alright. Okay. For example, okay, when I was young, I watched lots of baking shows every day after school. Okay, so now can you confirm for me? Is this a past habit?
Yes.
Yes. Why? Because it happened when? When did it happen?
I was young.
Yes, it happened in the past when I was young. Okay, correct. Okay. Other than that, anyone? Because because I watch it every day.
After school.
Yes, I watch it every day after school. Okay, correct. So it was my habit. Okay, my habit when I was young. Alright. Okay, now we have already learned about the conditions. Okay, the conditions or how to use the simple past. But now, how do we form it? What are the formulas? Okay, so let's take a look at the first formula. Okay, let's take a look at over here. Okay, so let's take a look at the first formula for to be. Okay, but first of all, what is verb to be? Do you have any idea?
No.
Okay, so to be verbs are like are, a describe or tell us the condition of people, things, places, and ideas. So, the formula is, okay, wait a minute. Okay, the formula is, the first formula for the positive one, subject plus was or were. Okay, for example, they were friends. Okay, first of all, why do we use were? Anyone, can you tell me why do we use were here?
Past.
No. Yes, correct. It happens in the past.
Plural.
Yes, correct, because it is plural. Remember, we use were for plural and was for,
Singular.
yes, correct, for singular. Okay. So, but what if something happened to their friendship? What if something happened to their friendship? How do we form this in a negative form? Okay. Fortunately, there is a formula for making simple past verbs negative. Okay. For example, okay, we need the formula is subject plus was plus or were, and then not. Okay. Okay. For example, they were not friends. Okay. Can you spot the difference between these two?
Yes.
What is the difference?
Were not.
Yes, the existence of not over here, not over here. So it is in a negative form, okay? So the formula again, subject plus was or were, and then not. So it becomes they were not friends. Alright, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so last one. What if you want to ask question? A question about something that happened in the past. So the formula for asking a question in the simple past tense is was or were plus subject plus ... and then question mark. Okay, for example, they were not friends. Now, let's take a look at the verbs here. Let's take a look at the verb formula. So for regular verbs, we need to add ed. We need to add ed to the root form of the verb, or just simply d alone. Okay, let me write here ed or d. Okay, ed or d. If the root form, we only add d if the root form ends in an e. Okay, like for example, let's take a look over here. Okay, can you see over here?
Yes.
Yes, for example, the word love. Okay, love. Okay, love ends with an e, isn't it? Okay, so that is why we use t instead of ed. Okay, so okay, for example, okay, let's take a look at the first formula. Okay, for the positive one, subject, the formula is subject plus verb plus ed or d. Okay, so can you tell me which one is the verb? Which one is the verb?
She. See.
Verb.
Work.
Yes, correct. Word here is the verb. So the root form of the word work here is
Ed.
no. The root word
Work.
work. Okay, so it does not has ed. Okay, so we need to add ed over here. Okay, understand?
Yes.
Okay. So, however, in some cases, we do not add ed. Okay, we do not add ed. Why? Because it is irregular verbs. Okay, so this happens to irregular verbs. So, for irregular verbs, things get more complicated. So, the simple past tense of some irregular verbs looks exactly like the root form. Okay, so for example, okay, let's take a look over here. Irregular verbs. Okay, so it looks like the it needs to be in its root form. Okay, for example, like put, cut, set. You don't put ed or you do not put d because it should not be like this. putih. Have you ever heard about? Have you ever heard people people pronounce it as putih?
No.
Okay, so it's supposed to be put, cut and set, okay? But for other irregular verbs, including to be, the simple past forms are more special. For instance, saw, did, and went. Okay, for this one, can you tell me the root word for saw?
See.
Yes, it is see. Oh, wow. See. Okay, for what about did?
Do.
Yes, do. What about went? Went. Go. You did not do your homework. It's supposed to be go. Okay. Now, okay. Now, let's go back to this sentence. Let's go back to this sentence. Okay, can you tell me the irregular verb? The irregular verb over here. Okay, can you tell me the irregular verb for example number 2? The irregular verb is?
Made.
Yes, made. Okay, so what is the root form of made?
Do.
No.
Done.
Make. It is made. Okay, so the root word is make. Okay, do you do? Is it true? Is it correct if we say it as make it?
No.
Correct. Why? Because it's supposed to be made. It's supposed to be made, not make it. Never heard about make it. Okay. So what about the example number 3? Which one is the regular verb? Which one?
Young.
No.
Watch.
Yes, correct. Watch. Watch. Here is the verb, isn't it?
Yes.
So it is the regular, irregular.
Irregular.
No, it's a regular. Yes, correct. It's a regular verb. Okay. So now, good job, everyone. Okay, clap your hand. Give yourself a round of applause. Okay, so let's jump back. Let's jump back over here. Okay, let's jump back over here. So she worked yesterday. Okay, she worked yesterday. So now, what if she was absent? What if she was absent? How do we make it in a negative form? So as similar as the to be one. Okay, we need to add not. Okay, so we need to add not. Okay. So we need to add not. Not over here. Okay. But we also need to add the auxiliary verb did. Okay. Auxiliary verb did. Okay. Did here is the auxiliary verb. Did here is the auxiliary verb. Okay. So, can you tell me what is auxiliary verb? What is auxiliary verb? It is a helping verb. Auxiliary verb is the helping verb. So we use did. Why we use did instead of using do? Instead of you use do, why do we use did?
Past.
Yes, because it happened in the past. Okay. So, for the formula. So for the formula is subject plus did not plus verb, and the verb need to be in its base form. Okay. For example, she did not work yesterday. Okay. So now, what if we do not know whether she works or not? How do we ask question in simple past? So as similar as the above formula. Okay, we need to have the helping verb here. The helping verb did over here. Okay, so the formula is did plus subject plus verb, and the verb needs to be in its base form. Okay, so again, can you tell me what is auxiliary verb? It is a what?
Helping verb.
Louder.
Helping verb.
Yes, correct. It's a helping verb. Okay, so why do we use did instead of do?
Past.
Yes, because it happened in the past. Okay, so it becomes did she work yesterday? Okay, don't forget your question mark over here. because you are questioning. You are asking a question. Okay. Okay, class. Now that's all for today.